Hey everybody, if you're catching this replay, thanks for coming in and catch the replay. Hopefully you'll get something out of this live. I don't know how many people will be showing up. Like I said earlier, I plan to do this live based on Yolanda's live stream of her and a couple people in her chat. Um, I just wanted to be able to answer some questions that they may be having regarding content creation. And so I just wanted to um, open just I didn't go StreamYard, so it's not a panel, but I just wanted to open it up to anybody who has any questions that I might have the answer to, or somebody in the chat might give us an answer to. We can do that. We got to remember we are on this YouTube journey together, for one. We're on here together. So if you're a content creator, um, as a content creator, you're never going to stop learning. So it's going to always be things that you should know about being a content creator. You're never going to learn everything about it because the policies change. The policies change on different stuff. So we're going to see. Let me pull up the live. Excuse me, let's see. On my other device. Let me so I can see who's in the chat, okay? Hold on one second. Let me go to the live. Let me see. As y'all come in, please hit the live. Not the live, but the like button. Please hit the like button as you come in. Let me see. Trying to just pull up the chat. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, yes, hopefully we'll get a couple of people in here. I really was hoping for Yolanda to definitely be able to make it, and for Rachel T. Hi, Dolly. Dolly said hit the like button. Show support. Out. Share this out and subscribe. Thank you so much, Dolly. I appreciate you, Dolly. That was so nice of you. Hey, Carla. How you doing, Carla? You slapped that like button. Thank you, Carla. I appreciate you for that. Yeah. So, Carla, what we're doing over here, Dolly the Phoenix Fireside. I'm sorry. Dolly the Phoenix Fireside. I don't know if you have a channel or not. If you have a channel, then you're in a good place today. I don't know. Let me quick go to your channel. I don't know if you are a newer content creator or if you are a veteran on these YouTube streets. Let me see really fast. Okay. So, wait. I wanted to go. Or actually, you can just answer me in the chat. Can you tell me, Dolly, if you have a channel or not? Then I don't even have to go try to find it. Okay, let me see. I'll wait for her to answer me. Carla, I know you don't. But anybody who's coming in on this live was especially for any content creator who has a question about anything like editing, monetization, reuse content, like whatever anybody have a question about. And then if somebody said nope, and if somebody else that if I can't answer the question, hopefully we'll have another content creator who has an experience with it and can share what they know about the subject. So I did open it up. I only put the flyer out last night because it really wasn't anything I was planning on doing. I really opened it up because I wanted to be able to let Yolanda or Rachel T, who was in that chat, know some things that was in question. But I did get a chance to email Yolanda anyways. But in case another content creator comes in and has any questions, y'all, because I struggle when I'm on the other end of y'all lives. And if y'all are saying something or wondering about something or asking about something, and I can't get a clear message to y'all in the chat without totally disrupting y'all chat to tell y'all about it, that is so frustrating for me. It's so frustrating for me because I want to tell y'all like what the thing is so you'll know. But it's just hard when you don't have like direct contact people with people and it's over the internet like that. It makes it a little bit more challenging. But I said, well, I do have control over just doing a simple live. All I gotta do is go live and offer to the any content creator, or you can be a subscriber too and just want to know how stuff go. Um, Open it up so like any content creator could just come in and ask anything. And I also said you can email me. You could drop the question in the uh, comments of the post I had, or you could email me. Nobody emailed me, and when I checked last, I guess maybe I should check again. But when I checked last, nobody had left anything up under the post. So I'm going to assume If nobody comes in, like, and I'll give it to probably like 3:30 or so, maybe, to give people a chance to come in if they have any. Let me see. Nope, nobody said nothing else on the post. Let me just go to the email real quick. See if anybody comes in with any questions, or I'll, if on the replay, if they come across something, put it in those comments and I'll answer it too. But let me see. I'm just trying to see what my email is saying. If anybody emailed me, because I did say that it was okay to email me, and then I could. Where's my email? Oh, I left the other phone. I can't look at my email right now. Nope, I can't. Um, to see if somebody emailed me, because even afterwards, if you want to email me, you can. But I wouldn't trust me in an email. I'm horrible when it comes to emails. But if you want to drop it in any comment of a piece of content, you can do that too. Okay, let me come to the live and make sure. Hi, Young Riaz. How are you, Young Riaz? Thanks for coming into the chat. I appreciate you. Young Riaz said, "Hey, Carla. Carla, you wasn't with us earlier. We did a live earlier, a part two to yesterday's live, just talking about why people may act a certain way after people in their family or close friend passes away. So we did a part two to that, and I played a little music. That was earlier. I had to come back at 3 o'clock so we could do this live, so we could help out any content creators who might need the help. If I have the answers, or if y'all have the answers, y'all can help out, and we kind of like pick each other's brains on that. And then later on tonight, I'm not sure what time. Sarette didn't tell me what time yet. She wanted to do it. We were going to play a little music. So if y'all are not subscribed to the channel, please make sure y'all go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate that. But when you subscribe, I always say that the subscription alone does not, there's no substance to that. But if you subscribe and you come back, set your notifications on all, and you come back and you engage in the content or in the live streams, then I got a good subscriber here, okay? Let me see. Hi, Yolanda. You made it? Yolanda. Hello, everyone in the chat. You made it. I'm glad you made it. Young Rhea said, "Got my door." Well, good job. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Rachel T said, "Hello, beautiful people." Hey, Rachel T. I'm glad you're here too. Surette said, "Hey, got my in chat." Hey, Surette. Again. Yolanda said, "I'm working, but I can hear you." Okay, good. You can hear me. So, Yolanda, you're working. So, we're doing it just as simple as this. Please hit the like button. I'll come in, everyone. Surette said, yes, ma'am, I'm here. Yes. It's going to be easy as this. Like, nobody, I offer for people to email me, even though I know I didn't put it out 24 hours ago. So I didn't expect a lot from people coming in and even knowing about the live, because I just was really trying to primarily address, you, Rachel, or whoever else was in your chat who may have any questions, and anybody that came across that post. If they were a content creator, they could just ask the simple questions. But I do want to say, let me see. Um, Yolanda, I did send you. Let me see. Yeah, we're gonna say, I'm chilling out. Not much posted. My short, not much going on. Okay, okay, good. I'm glad you're doing good. Just to let y'all know, what was this? Oh, I emailed Yolanda. So the information I got on that, Yolanda, I hope that was helpful to you, because the question was, Yolanda does this very thoughtful thing, which I think that's the reason why I was so passionate about it, because I love to see a content creator who actually does something different. Not to say, now my father always said there's nothing new under the sun. It might be years and years between each other that the two people think the same way, or it might be across the oceans, but no, there's nothing new under the sun. So, I'm sure it could be other content creators out there that does something similar, but I just feel like what she's doing look like she put her own twist on it. She goes around to the people that she supports, and she will go to their pages and get some snippets of like different screenshots. It could be in the middle of a live, or it look like it'll be your home page, or maybe like a snapshot of one of your shorts, like kind of giving the action to the name, give the action to the word kind of like thing, so that you can know a little bit about the person, and in turn go support that person. So that's her way of showing support to other channels. And I thought it was just G's. I was like, that is such a thoughtful thing for her to do. Like, that's, it's not like you got to be the person who rocked with her day one. I think she does new people, so it's really a good thing. So I'm thinking, like, that was so G's, that's so nice, and I was so proud of her for even thinking about that. She a newer channel. And so she has someone that is advising her, take it down, she'll get a copyright strike. And I do understand what they mean. You don't want kind of like today, y'all know I played the music and I just take a chance on the copyright strikes or no, not the strikes, but the copyright. Copyright is different from copyright strike. Like I know I'm going to get copyrights when I play the music, but they are less likely and most likely not about to give you a strike on your whole page. And even if you get a strike, if I think they fall off like every 60 days or something, 60 to 90 days, some amount of days, they don't stay there forever anyways. So I'm not suggesting nobody get a strike, but I do know that with reused content, you can use even your own video. Like if you put up your own video last year and you try to run that video again this year, if they catch it, they can consider that reused content. But if you see a lot of content creators that write the words on it says on this day, or they might say if it was something with music, they might change the music, or they might do some kind of modification to it. They might skip a part, switch the front to the back. Anything they do, they're modifying the content. When you modify the content, it is no longer a copyright directly from the person. It would be like so much of a fight they would have to make to say there was a whole copyright. But in her case, these were people that she supported. For some reason, if she didn't support them no more, it would be easier just taking it down. But it is scary to think that somebody would on the back end give you a strike for using their picture. That would be crazy, but it's so likely that YouTube would say, no, we looked at that. She made it on her own, as her own. She put music to it. She put, emojis or whatever different things she's putting to it to make it a video and not theirs. That each snippet is not up there probably more than 2 to 3 seconds. So I couldn't understand that. It was a lot to write down in her chat, and that's what I was trying to explain to her. Then I found some information on it and sent it to her to explain that yes, ultimately if somebody wants to spend I don't know how many hundreds of thousands probably dollars up in court trying to prove that something like that was theirs and is that serious. I just can't see it. But I do understand Yolanda too if she decides to take it down, because the fact that somebody is even shining that much light to it for me would be a red flag. And if you just don't want to be bothered with it either way, and you don't ultimately want to jeopardize your page. So if you feel like that, I just don't feel like the things I do that I know like my copyrights, I know it's not anything they're going to take my page down for. And I don't think they ever give no strike out about it. They will copyright it, and then if it's okay, they'll say copyrights and no intention, to do anything else with this. They'll tell you that. I get all kind of emails with those. But otherwise, the worst case scenario, you will get a strike. But if you play Beyonce's song, Beyonce's not worried about coming to do a whole copyright on you to strike your work. What YouTube will do ultimately is block your videos in different areas, different countries, or they may ultimately say your video has been muted, or they'll say your video has been blocked. They'll just take it off. Let me see. And that's my experience. I'll say that's been my experience. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so Red said, make sure that y'all hit that like button, please. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Y'all say, yes, ma'am, I'm here. Oh, hey, RC came in. Hey, RC, good afternoon to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming in, RC. Let me see. Agria said, Gammas, this week I decided to decide it to UK rap stuff. Okay, Gamma, this week I decided to dedicate, I'm sorry, decadent. Hold on. Decimate into UK rap. Explain that. Do that again, young girls. Break it down for me. Interesting. That's very thoughtful, Yolanda. Yes, it was very thoughtful. I thought it was so cute. You know how level people can create content that's unique on their channels. And I thought that was so cute. I was like, wow, that's a cute way for her to decide to do the networking that she wants to do it on her page like that. And my feelings were just hurt when it would just get shut down like that. I was like, hold on. No, it's not just got to be. It don't have to be. You take it down if you want to, but it don't have to be like that. Let me say, K-pop, thank you. Oh, you took him down? Okay. She decided to take him down. RC Duce says fair use is a legal doctrine under U.S. copyright law that allows limited use copyright material without permission from the copyright owner. In certain circumstances, it's especially relevant for creators who want to use clips, music, images from other sources. Now, I've read that before. RC, I've read that. But ultimately, when I looked at it, like the law of it, that's YouTube guidelines. But if a person want to say, like, say if I don't know, Usher want to say, nope, I don't want you playing that video at that concert. If you want to, come and really say, I'm not asking YouTube to take it down. I'm taking you to court because you used my video, and I want to, make a whole case out of this. Ultimately, they can, because that overrides YouTube. It wouldn't have nothing to do with YouTube. It probably wouldn't necessarily mean that they can take your channel down because the guidelines was not crossed, possibly with YouTube, but they could sue you, like, maybe like in a court of law. So, like, they had that there, but if you look up, that law, and if you counter that law and say, can I ultimately be sued? Though you can ultimately be sued. It's just it's less likely if somebody sees that, or if they would have to prove otherwise, with that content, and that's more than a phone call or a letter, and things like that. So you still have to be careful with things like that. You got to make sure you're not in a position where you can still be held liable for that. Hey, Young Riaz and RC Sweat here. So yeah, Yolanda decided to take him down, but it was, I guess, if it's any content creator out there that ever saw it and they feel like Yolanda doesn't want to use it, that is still a good way for people to, like, network. Like, you try to find different ways that you want to network on the channels, I will hope. But if you are a channel that wants to network with other channels, that was a good creative way. So somebody might pick it up, girl. They probably be like, well, you don't want to do it, I'll do it. That's probably what they'll be thinking. But that's good when content creators can do something different. Like, it's good for everybody to have a little twist on the stuff out here. RC said, oh, I thought we were speaking of normal, regular content creators, but when it comes to famous entertainers and stuff like concerts and movies, there's a corporation copyright. Yeah. Yeah, like, it's weird because some stuff, like some concerts that I do, like, just like music, not all content creators have that, that out there about them, having it as a policy or something they have to prevent people from doing stuff like that. I always tell people, like, when you play music, like, if you're a person that like to play music on your channel, you may play Tyrese, and Tyrese might say, okay, you play my music, I'm not giving you rights to my music, but uh I don't want my music played in other countries. And then that will be blocked. Or he might say, no, I don't want you to use my music. And then they'll mute that portion of the video where he's there. Or he could say, I want to take you to court. I want to take you to court for putting my music up there. I didn't give you permission for that. Then you could be a content creator and say, well, forget it. I'm just going to get the permission from the people that I want to listen to. And you could possibly get the licenses and permissions from them. That's a possible thing that could happen. Or you could be like, you can know the content creators who will not take it seriously. They would just say, I'm making a statement that you don't have rights to it. Or you could be like the Isley Brothers, Levert, who else? The people like the Isley Brothers and Levert, I've learned from them that they don't play. Like, they will get the video, like, muted and taken down. Like, certain content creators have stipulations on the rights to their music, and some are just more lenient than others. But if you get some, and I know the Isley Brothers and Levert is one of them, I know that for sure. If you try playing their music, then you rocking their shady waters. So you may or may not get, hit or something like that with a strike. But it is a lot of content creators who don't think of it that seriously, and they don't. It's not that big of a deal. Sometimes you might not even get the copyright little statement saying you can. This is not going to affect your channel, but it's saying that you don't have the rights to the music or whatever. So yeah, same kind of like the same thing with that too. Carla said, hey Carla, Sarah said, Jack said, Sarah, I'm doing well, fam. Sarah said, I wish I was able to see them. See what's Sarah? Oh, the shorts, yes. I told her last night, I was like, I wish you could send me mine, because I would have put mine on my page, and I would have then she could have just shared it out. She could have just shared it out from her channel, because it's not like, wait, it was a short. No, she did it as a short, not a post. She was doing them as shorts over there. Because the thing about it, people, they want to make sure you're not getting paid the royalties off of music and stuff that or content that people make money out of. Like, I had a Cyndi Lauper Girl just want to have fun on a video. I had to redo that video with a different song because Cyndi Lauper was saying I think she said she want all her money from that song. Then I think I did another, was that Usher or something or Vito? One of them, I did their music and they want to share the revenue. So if you make 50 cent, they want whatever the percentage, I don't even know what the percentage is. They want a percentage from their music being on your video. So that's it depends on the person who holds the copyright to something to dictate how far they want you to go with their content. Let me see. Oh yes, so Saray, yes, they were so cute. It was so thoughtful. It was just really cute. Rachel said, "Is there a list somewhere that has the ones that don't mind, along with the songs that they allow us to use aside from the music on CapCut? Just you tried to play your own playlist." Yeah. Now I'm not really familiar with CapCut because I don't use CapCut a lot, but they say that YouTube has a library. Now we know we have a library in our studio, and like you never going to find none of this. Well, I never have found a song that I wanted on there. It's different from the songs we get a chance to choose from to put a short on. Like that's different when we're on our mobile devices and we go through that library. Then you can find just about any song. But if you go on your studio on your laptop, it's all of these songs that's not copywritten on there, right? So if it's a place that holds every song, which I don't think that exists, that allows us to do it. I don't think it exists. It's almost like through trial and error. You'll know like as soon as you put out a short, like within 24 hours, if you had that music and if it's an issue, not a short, but or even a short, could be a short if you don't get the music from the library. If you get a copyright, or like say you live and you play some music in the background, within 24 hours, if that person had a problem with it, or I'm not even going to promise that they can't come back later, but I'm thinking YouTube has that little scanning system that they have, they'll write you. You could have played 10 songs, and one of the songs will say, nope, you can't play Donnell Jones, this song, this title. You're being copywritten for Donnell Jones, whatever song, it'll be listed there for you. But it'll say, this is a copyright, and it does not affect your channel. It'll say that with it too. So, but then if you get like a Levert, you play Levert, it'll say Levert, you've been copyrighted. It might be muted in certain countries, or your video has been muted, or your video has been taken down. So it's almost like trial and error. That's how I know. Don't mess with Levert. Don't mess with the Isley Brothers. But it's just been what I found out over the couple years of my channel. So I'm not sure. I don't believe it's at like one place because we will all be trying to go there. But you never know. If anybody in the chat knows of a place or somebody catches this replay, let me know so I can let everybody else know. RC said there's multiple sites with copyright free music and sounds you can use for videos. Yes, you can go to those sites. I never go to them because I don't know. I don't know. I just rather go. YouTube really has a large library. They don't. It ain't as large as TikTok. Now TikTok's library, that one is nice, but YouTube has a really big one too. So you can go to those sites. I guess if you feel more comfortable or have something about them. I don't know of any, so I don't use any of those. But I do know that they are out there and available. So if you know how to navigate through that and get that, that could open up to a world of even more, things that you could have for your channel as far as, add music. But I just don't know how to play with nothing like that. I know when I used to use InShot's music, I would still get a copyright over on YouTube, and I couldn't understand. But then a lot of their music on InShot, they will say you have to like say this music is from this artist, give that information and take that credit over there to the description of your video, and then you'll be okay. But the thing about YouTube, you don't have a description box for the shorts. You only have it for the videos or the live streams. Let me see. Spencer said, good question, Carla. Wait, what did Carla ask? I don't see Carla's question. Carla said, hey, Gamma. Hi, Saret. I don't. Carla's question is not in here. Carla, can you put it back in here? That's weird. Oh. Yeah, that's weird. Because I want to know what it is. Carla, can you please put it back in here? RC says, I'm literally going to start producing my own beats. Oh, RC, I wish I had the capability to do that. Saret, if you see Carla's comment and I don't see it, can you let me know? Because that's kind of weird that I don't see that last comment. But Yes, I see. That's the thing. If you knew, if I wish I did know somebody who could like put the beats that I like to music, because I know some apps out there. I know some content creators who use an app. They let them know the words that they, want to use or the vibe or whatever. The theme of it or whatever, and they could create a song, and you're supposed to be able to purchase. I don't know how much it costs. You're supposed to be able to like purchase those songs. I don't know if it's purchased individually or purchased as an app or what it is, but they do pay for each song that they buy from those kind of companies. And I wish I could trust them. I don't know. I don't know what information they use to do that or what company, and I don't know enough about it to feel safe enough to do it about copyrights. But I think you kind of secure that because you give them all the words. It might be the name of your channel or anything. You know, ain't nobody out there. They can't duplicate that for somebody else. So it's nice. But if you could do your own RC, that's good. I just said it's ridiculous. I will not put up any more content like that, period. Yolanda was getting so frustrated. I was so mad. Yolanda, I was like, she is so proud of that, and we are so proud of it. And when you had to feel like, just forget it, I'm not going to do it, and have, just change your whole mood. I was like, this is so sad to watch because it's such a good idea. And I don't, my whole heart of hearts, I do not think that at all that's any type of reuse content or copyright situation, especially when all you got to do is, if you thought it was, all you have to do is tell the content creators, can you email me on this date? It's okay for me to post this short. That would cover you in anything, because that's just like getting the copyright from a celebrity with their music. Yeah, that's the only thing that you need from them. That's the only thing you would need from a content creator if you wanted to do it. If you want to just cross your T's and dot your I's, but it's not even that serious. That is not reused content. That was your original work with how you pieced that together. That was so frustrating to watch, but you got to make a decision what you feel to do for your channel. And just sad because I think it was genius. I think that would have brought you a lot of attention for your channel because you already do a lot of stuff and support content on supporting other channels. That would, for people to see that would have been really motivating and help build your community. Um, Sweat said, you should. I said, yes, it should. I really think because it can be stress free, yes, sometimes because what happened to me later down the line, the person copyright their music. Oh, yeah, I heard that they can, like you can have somebody who's real strict, like the Isley Brothers, y'all, and then later on, 2 years later, they can say, I want you to take down every video that has my content. I mean, has my music on there, and they can go back and do that. Who was that? I forgot who that was. That was so long ago. Whoever, because I was like, why did I get this email saying this video was taken down? I didn't know why. It was an old video, like probably more than a year old. And when I read it, it was because that content creator, I mean, well, not content creator, that artist or whatever, changed the deal. It was like, we allowed you to do it before, but now we're changing our mind. We don't want to allow that. We want to copyright that in its entirety, and they can't do that. Let me see. And we said, can I always give credit to the original? Yes. Yeah, I'm real late. Well, I use the library, but okay, I did go about probably about 3 or 4 months, and I didn't know about that. I would just use it InShot, downloading, using iTunes to put the music to the video. I didn't know that it was a library that existed up under YouTube. Then I looked at the YouTube library that was on my computer, and I didn't know none of that music. All of it is but I guess I could make a song and put it in the YouTube library and say I want to give up my rights on it. So it was just that simple of music, a lot of it. And so then I learned about being able to do shorts to the wider library that's on the phone with all of the music I want to hear. So yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. But if you feel comfortable with that, that's a cool way to add music to your channel. Let me see. But there's a lot of sites across the site that have copyright music. Yeah, and sound effects. Yeah, it is. RC, you probably smart enough to go get that stuff and do it in a safe way, and I am not. Young Riz said, "Get my always okay. Wait. Young Riz said, "Get my tag the original artist." Oh, we talking about the description. Yeah. Tag the original artist in the description and then the title of the short. Oh, the agrees. I'll probably not even go. I don't even do it. I don't. I just because I know that most likely if it's in the YouTube Shorts music library that they've already cleared it to some degree. They've already cleared it to some degree, and I just stick to that. Let me see. Saret said, thank you for supporting this Gabon's World. Yes, thank y'all. Scrooge said, yeah, we're back already. Yes, that 3 o'clock went really fast. It went really fast. Is there any other content creators in the chat who has a question about anything like with editing, monetization, watch hours, like anything that y'all have a question about? So we can try to get that answer. If I have the answer or if somebody's in the chat that might know the answer, could help us out. Anybody in here? If you're on a replay and you catch this and you want to ask the question over in the comments, go ahead and ask the question. If I don't know, I'll try to get the answer and reply to it. I just said I'm a tech head. Oh, that's so you know all that fancy stuff. I'm a tech head, so I'm pretty hip and up to date. Okay, on all of his stuff from animation. Oh yeah, the editing. I have a background in film and photography. Oh, you got the edge over everybody. Absolutely, like that's like a whole like if you when you don't have to depend on other people's music because you know you try to find a title with the vibe of the song and then like later then you well as long as you go through the library you don't have to worry about it but like you don't have to try to like I go over TikTok and I'll see a lot of artists over there, so many different songs, and I want to bring it back to YouTube for the short over here, but I can't because the copyright. First of all, it might not even be in that library, but then the copyright can allow TikTok, but not YouTube. But if you had the ability to just do all your own stuff, man, that would make your stuff so original. Young Ria says, "Gamma, basically, I download the artist videos into my video and clip it into the I'll clip it into few seconds and caption it to, oh and you caption it too so it does not get a copyright. Okay, so Young Riaz has mastered how to do that. Serena's K-pop knows how to do that. It sounds like RC may know how to do that. So yes, it is. It's very. If you learn how to do it, I think it's not. It might take you a little bit more time than you would take you to just do a short because you got to put in more information or gather other information like with licensing or whatever. That is so good if you know how to do that, or if you have an interest in doing it, like try to get with the people that I just named to see like what they did, or just research it. Research how you can go about doing it. It does not mean that it can't be done, or in some cases it might not be able to be done, but usually it's a way you can do it. You just got to go through a little bit more red tape to cover yourself. So yeah, but I'm so lazy with stuff like that. I'm looking like just give me the people who already say yeah. I'll just use theirs. So I just don't. I don't. It don't make me no difference about that. So y'all, if nobody else has a question, I said I was gonna end it at 3:30. If nobody had any questions to ask to get answers to from me or anybody in the chat, so I'm just gonna wait like another minute to see if any questions pop up, so I'll know. Yeah. So let me see. Just wait a second, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. RC said, "Everybody have a good rest of your day." You too, RC. Thanks for coming in. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. You're on the replay. Make sure you like it. Once this live stream has loaded and processed, if you could go back and find that hype button, which is in the comment section, swipe to the left, you'll see the hype points. You can hype 3 content creators per week. So if you can share some of those hype points with me and hype this live up or one of my lives that are 7 days old, no more than 7 days old, a live or a video that I've done, either one, live or video that I've done in the last 7 days. Those are the only ones that can be hyped up. So y'all hype me up, okay? All right, let me see. Rachel said, "Thanks so much for the information. Y'all have a great evening. Good evening, everyone." Yes, I forgot Rachel T. Let me just tell you this before I leave. I wanted to, remember I told you I wanted to get in touch with you to tell you that I don't know what editing app you use, but I just wish you would email me. Right? I'd rather say stuff like that over through an email. So if you can email me, Rachel T, I can maybe tell you through an email at itsgammasworld@gmail.com. Just do that for me, please. Okay, Young Man said Gammas this week. Dedicated it to UK rap stuff. Oh, good, Young Man. United said, "Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for sharing all of the great information." Absolutely. Y'all, most of the people who are in the chat right now most of the people, not everybody, are content creators. So y'all grab those screenshots and go ahead and go subscribe for them so they can get at least one more subscriber. United said, "Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for everyone for sharing the great information." Of course. Thanks for the Blue Heart RC. Young Ria said, "Gamma last week was Pakistani rapper." Oh, okay, so you switching it up weekly, probably, huh? Oh, you use CapCut. Okay, use CapCut. Because the only I was just thinking, I don't know. See, I don't know what is available with the. I'm sure it's available, but I wouldn't know like what it's called. But when you're doing shorts and like when you put in words on there, it's a way that you can bring your screen in so that when you make the short, we can see the words. Like it won't be cut off. But if you on with CapCut, I don't do a lot of. I probably have never made more than 5 videos with CapCut, and people love CapCut. But I just been using InShot for like the last at least 10 years. At least 10 years, probably 15 years. I've been using InShot. So I just once I started my channel, I just stuck with what I was familiar with. But they gotta have that feature where it can help you to bring your screen in for your words. Because I be trying to read your stuff, girl. Let me see. Young man said yes. So that's what I was gonna tell you in the email to see if you want to look into that, just so we'll be able to see your stuff clearly because your content is really good. Let me see. Get my I switch it depending on what you feel. Okay, got to see two sides of me. Okay, the UK side, the Pakistani side. Oh, that's right. Okay. Rachel said they have that editing option. I'm playing with it now. Good, good. And so, because that editing is something else, even though like I said, at least 10 years, at least probably more, 10 years before I had my channel, I used to always post just like regularly on Facebook. I was a big poster of videos and collages and stuff like that, like for years. But you learn something like all the time. Like literally, I know stuff about editing that I didn't even know last week, and it's been like that for sure. Like all across the years before YouTube, because all of those buttons you gotta like learn how to maneuver all that stuff. Nobody can look at an app. Well, the average person cannot look at the app and just know what all those buttons mean, know how to work it, know how to implement it within your content. All of that. That's what I said at the beginning of this live. Content creation is a forever journey. I don't think you get to a point where you like know everything about it. Things change, new advances in technology change. So it's like forever learning with this. Let me see. They have that. Okay, wait. It's the thing I was scared of, but now you love it, right, Rachel? That's how it was at the beginning. I was like, everything got to be raw because I'm not getting ready to do no editing. And one day I said, I just gotta. I'm gonna take what I already know about editing, but I feel like I can't keep it there. I'm gonna have to learn what are these buttons down here. You've been using like 4 buttons for the last decade. Now you gotta adventure and see what will happen if you click this button. So yeah, I've been in the learning process too. Like we had said, come on with the UK rap stuff. It is different aspects of UK rap culture and sounds and subgenres and aspect to it. Oh, I know it is. And you do have it looking really technical over there. I know it got to be something really technical. Let me see. Who knows? I might experiment with Afro beats. Yeah, dance hard. Yeah, do it. Or R&B. Do it. Absolutely, man. I said. Yes, absolutely. So it's good to see everybody in the chat that came in. I'm glad that y'all did decide to be content creators because all I support all of y'all in the chat. Y'all are all good content creators. So I've had Q&A questions for content creators before, but normally it could be like on a Zoom. I've done them on Zooms. I think I did a couple on here too. And so maybe like like every quarter or something I could have these so that if anybody have any questions at the time, we constantly get new content creators. We could give them the information they might need too. So thank y'all. We got 8 people left in the chat and 15 likes. I appreciate y'all for coming in the chat and participating in the chat. Drop in the comments of the post that I made if you have, or this live stream here, if you have any additional questions, okay? Thank y'all.